Alright, I think this might actually be the last appointment appointment update until I move into a new appointment. Now, I want to say for my PC here, I don't purposely knock my PC like that. I do it accidentally, and it does that issue. I dropped this PC once accidentally. I did not mean to do it, and that's what exhibited that issue from the top PCIe lanes. Now I no longer have that issue, so please do not cause me backlash for that. I take care of my PC. I always try to. I already replaced the CMOS battery in it because it was flat. So don't try to cause me backlash for me not taking care of my PC. I take care of my PC. You don't get it. It's kind of a mess with my bed, but everything else is pretty much clean. And of course, right here is the TV. The massive TV I have. Very massive. And the fact that the remote is not the original remote. I bought a brand new one. The one that came with it, I actually donated to the college I work for because they were missing a remote, so I needed to give them at least one. But at least it works. It does have a bit of lag when it loads up because of the low end CPU, so I'm just gonna turn it off for now. The gamepad also works as a TV remote. Now this is used, so it has scratches. But if I tap TV, my function, and then click power. Oh, I might not be pointing into it. Oh, there we go. I just saw that. It says Smart TV powered by Tizen. It does work, as you can see. And if I press the power again, sometimes it takes a while. There we go, it turns off. Of course, it charges. Now, this one actually has the original stylus, which I like. There's my Wii U there and my Xbox. Of course, the Series S. So, I really had plans to get the Series X, but after seeing this Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, I want to get the Nintendo Switch 2 first, then the Xbox Series X. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's get this one angled properly. Alright, turn that on. No, sorry, but actually it looks pretty clean, because I cleaned it just yesterday. And of course, the kitchen. The table's a bit of a mess, but the kitchen's pretty clean as well. Ground's pretty clean, still a bit messy, but I cleaned it at least. My room's just the most messiest of all things. And at least my desk is pretty clean, but I can't really do much about the cable management. When you got so many cables, it's kind of hard to do cable management. Kind of hard to do. The cable's a mess here because I have so many of these. I have boxes here. I got pages like this here. This one I really want to recycle. Schedule for college. The shipping label for the ink cartridges. And then all these boxes here, I reuse. And I think I also will reuse this instant ink box as well. Gotta cover it because it shows my address on it. As I can show you the HP address. This is the Instant Ink box. And my modem is, I believe, is going to go into a new apartment. And I can now I will be with a new roommate in my new apartment, and he also has a Xfinity modem as well, but his Xfinity modem is, I think, one of those older type modems that had the USB ports. Mine will work fine without any issues. Now, the second monitor you're probably wondering, yes, it's actually a TV screen. And the third monitor, of course, is using it for my earthquake monitor. You're probably wondering what is running it. A Raspberry Pi 5. This is a Pi 5 because there's no audio ports here. I have to use it on the monitor. It's got a fan, a cooler, and this is actually swapped. So they swapped the ports for these. So that's the Ethernet port. I have a connected to USB hub. Now this keyboard here, if you're wondering, is a keyboard from a Mechanical Computer Kit. I got this used from eBay because I thought it was and it is a perfect keyboard for this Raspberry Pi because it's small and it runs on battery. Now I have it plugged into the charger because I don't normally try to want to keep it topped up with energy. This is just a charging only cable. The receiver is right here, and I have this in the USB hub connected to the port here. This is the USB 3 port actually. This is USB 2. So I have this plugged into the USB 2 port. So I have more than just 2 USB 2 ports. I have now 3 USB ports. Of course, I got my microphone, which is right here, and my headset. There is a microphone that comes with this, but I don't really use it. So, yeah. And this PC here. Now I don't use the audio port here because this one actually has some issues with the mic and stuff. So I have tape over it because I don't use this port. I try to use like a sound card because this port here, although it does output sound, the microphone part is not working properly. So, and it's just with this port here, the connection to the motherboard is still there. It's just simply wrong with this. So, yeah. And that's why I don't use this port at all. I use a sound card like this. I always try to use the sound card because that's going to be the best audio. Now, I do have audio ports in the back, but actually, the graphics card is doing DisplayPort to my Dell monitor, which has an audio output, which I have connected to these speakers. And as well, this cable here is actually going to this monitor for the sound. So, these sound a lot better than inbuilt speakers. This one doesn't have inbuilt speakers. This one doesn't have inbuilt speakers either. This one has inbuilt speakers, and it sounds a lot better with a lot more bass. And of course, my low profile keyboard. It's pretty quiet, but if you hit the key hard, you can hear the same clock sound because when you hit it hard, the key is bottoming out and hitting the casing here. Because a lot of these keyboards, the mechanical keyboards, you only need to press it halfway, which basically makes no noise. However, I do like the clack sound. So if I were to, let's actually just get the key test. So I actually do like the clackiness of the keyboard, and this is a lot more quieter than my other keyboards. Take a listen. There's that the same clack which I do like. Of course, this one here is like this is a mechanical keyboard. This one's a membrane keyboard. So you have to bottom out the keys. So this one is pretty quiet as well. Now these buttons here are the click buttons for the mouse. So although these buttons here are also mouse buttons, they're only touch buttons. See? No extra click. So sometimes when I move the mouse around, I accidentally trigger those. So you got to be careful not to do that. So, and these are just pixel buttons that you can hold. Because although this does work, it doesn't feel like it's a button you're pressing. It really doesn't feel like it. So that's why they added these click buttons for you. Now there's actually no key for Windows, like Chrome OS key. So in order to get into that search button, you gotta click it manually. So unfortunate, but I guess it does make sense because I guess if many kids are going to be typing on this, they might hit the Windows key by accident, or like the super user key, and it'll be an annoyance. Plus, on CanOS, which is Audio Raspberry Pi 3, there's actually not really a Windows space for that key, so makes sense. But anyways, that's it for this video.